Hi there, I am Linda Schiller, Hannah, and you have just arrived at Inner Kid Keto. Did you just notice how that light came on? Magic. So if this is your first time here, I want you to introduce you to little Linda back there. She's my alter ego. This is all about the inner child and trying to reparent ourselves for those of us who might have had a little bit of struggles in our early childhood growing up. And I can tell you at the age of 77, I am still working on these things. So you're probably younger than me. Most of you are probably younger than me. And maybe I can save you a little time along this trail. So today's topic is positive rituals. I do a new topic every single day, and I'm going to be posting 7 days a week for a whole year. So today is 59. Back with little Linda, I have a little dog. Let's bring him up. Okay. I happen to have 4 Chihuahuas at home. And so little Linda, she's got a little doggie too. And my little doggies insist on me taking them for we call it a WA. We don't call it a walk because they speak words. So we have to say we're going for an R or we're going for a W, and the dogs start getting all excited. They know a positive ritual. So we've got little Linda's pound puppy here, and this one we don't have to do too much code for because, well, you know why. We don't have to go into that. But there she is. She's ready to take her little dog for a walk anytime. So what do I mean about positive rituals? Well, I grew up in just enough dysfunction that there weren't a lot of rituals about anything in our household. Not much stuff about getting our teeth washed or getting up on time for school. There were a lot of chaotic elements, especially once I turned about 12. From 12 on, it was pretty much on our own. Don't need to go into all the reasons for that, but so be it. And so it has been challenging for me, both with my ADD issues and my food insecurity and all the other issues, to establish normal, healthy habits that most kids grow up with naturally. It's just been hard. So I came across this little journal. I have lots of little journals. It's kind of one of my things. And it's got a wonderful Degas painting on it. I love classic art. And I checked the date on this. It says, establishing positive and healthy rituals for myself, October 2002. Well, this is 25. So I started this 23 years ago. And I just found this and rewatched it. And here I have a thing called The Bath, and I did a painting of myself in the bathtub. Elements of serenity, hot water, flour, candles and matches, bath crystals, Epsom salts, Zen music or silence, loofah, skin brushing, fragrant soap, lavender, sandalwood, fluffy towels. Take your time. 1 hour, meditation, no interruptions, hair care, foot buffing, shaving, bath pillow, affirmations, breast exam, prayer, breathing, slow down, tub drain and clean, peanut oil, lotion after, and self-massage. And that's just the first page. And then the next page is after the bath. And I have another page, move my body. And another, move my body, indoors or out, walk the labyrinth. And I have all these exercises. And then this saying, do what comes to the hand to do, a Casey thing, mindfulness, work, what ritual is needed to be still and inspired and to communicate. What do you want to accomplish? Find the right time and the right way. And I did all these little paintings. It's really kind of a cute little book. I'm rather impressed with myself that I worked with it as much as I did. You can see I really filled it up. Even how to make phone calls, because I did a lot of calling. Food ritual, gratitude, fish on Friday, 8 glasses of pure water, herbal tea. Can you see how I had to really write it down? Carpet cleaning ritual. I just had a little bit of everything. Wow. Maybe you need to make yourself a little book like this. Maybe you don't. It's just a way. But I'm talking about positive rituals. Rituals are kind of habits. Somehow when I put it in the thought of a ritual, it's more sacred. It's not just, oh, there's some dumb thing I got to do today. I'm making it more sacred. When I lived in LA, I had the opportunity to work with a woman who was new to America, and I was hired to help her learn English. And she was from Japan, and she spoke pretty good English, but she needed a little refinement. And the family told me that she had been a master of the Japanese tea ceremony, and I thought, what the heck is that? And what's the point of that? But Japan is very ritually advanced in a sense, you know. Their Japanese gardens are absolutely gorgeous, maintained. If you've never spent time in a Japanese garden, do yourself a favor, especially if you're feeling out of sorts or frantic. It'll calm you down. And a lot of master gardens around the world have them. A lot of big cities have them. I know there's one in Portland, Oregon. I know there's one in St. Louis. I know there's one in Nashville. There's one in San Francisco. I try to visit Japanese gardens wherever I get a chance because they bring such joy and peace to me. So that's another ritual. Why am I talking about this? It came to my mind that it might be helpful to you. If we're learning to love ourselves, we need to schedule ourselves in. There was a time when, this is a time when I lived in Benicia, California, and I owned a little house, and it had an apricot tree. And I was so frantic and so busy and working and dating and partying and having so much fun. I went to town and bought apricots, not realizing my own tree was bearing. Can you imagine buying apricots at the store when you have a whole tree in your yard? And I saw that as being incredibly out of touch with myself. Like, oops. And it isn't like I was loaded with money. I had to really pay attention to the fact that I was not being self-aware. See if you can introduce even one positive ritual into your life. Maybe it's just doing a gratitude journal. Just a gratitude journal. You know, Oprah is a billionaire, one of the richest women in America. And she grew up in poverty, but she does a gratitude journal. Do you think there might be a link between her gratitude and her billions? Wouldn't totally rule it out. Bless you for showing up again today. Bless you for taking a little bit of time to check in with yourself, your feelings, and maybe one more little tip to make life just a bit easier, to be more loving to your inner child. Whatever got you here, thanks for showing up. If it's good enough for you to come back tomorrow, I'd love to see you again. And maybe we'll make it a ritual and spend this whole year together. Could be a thing. I'm on board if you are. God bless you. Have a great rest of your day. Inner Kid Keto, Linda Schiller, Hannah signing out. Take care of yourself. No matter what, take care of yourself.